Morning everyone, and welcome to my channel. I've got lots of little babies today. We're going to do PJ Saturday, but first of all I thought I'd show you Dakota. I want to say Scarlet always. So used to it being Scarlet, I want to say Scarlet always. And she's wearing a little lemon matinee set that I've just finished. Normally I make just like a little beanie type hat, but I decided that she's got such a nice round face that she'd probably carry a bonnet really well, and she looks really cute, doesn't she? So it's made in double knit, and it's lovely lemon, and it's got little sparkly bits in it. I don't know if you can see, if it catches the light, but it's got little sparkly bits in it and it looks really cute. It's a really old traditional matinee set pattern that I've done for all my babies and grandbabies. I changed the hat. I tend to, another thing I use this pattern for is I use the same pattern but I change the stitch. So I just basically start knitting because I can remember like how many to cast on for the back and that sort of thing, and then I just use it as a base, and then I change it to vary it to all different things. It's a really old pattern, it's falling apart, it is. And on the pattern it's got a different yoke, it's got like a ridge pattern on it and that kind of thing, but and the bonnet is different, but this is my variation of it, which I like. It's one of my favourite things to knit. I like this one on the baby. As I say, all my grandbabies, the girls, have had this, and I was thinking about matinee jackets and matinee coats, whichever you want to call it, but we don't see them much anymore, do we? You don't see matinee coats, and I can remember back even when my son was born, and he's 27 now, we used to put matinee jackets on the boys as well. And obviously not covered in frills and lace and, you know, too girly, but we did used to put them on the boys as well, and not just plain cardies. So I enjoyed making this. It took me longer than it used to. I used to do a set with booties as well, but this pattern does the booties quite big, and she's got really dainty feet. And I just thought I'd just leave it like that and just leave her socks on because it looks cute, doesn't it? Then I might do booties to go with it, I don't know. But it's the same with all things you make yourself. That's the beauty of it, isn't it? Because you can go back and change or add to it any time. So that's, you know, it's lucky like that. But I just thought I'd show you that, and she looks really sweet, doesn't she? And then the other babies are going to do PJ Saturday, and the little ones, and also I'm going to change Grace's outfit because she hasn't been on for a while. Well, she was in the slideshow yesterday, but she hasn't been on herself in a while. I had put all her clothes in a unicorn, you know, in those cardboard suitcases, and I'd put most of her clothes, apart from a few odds and ends, into that when I sorted out the back room into a craft room. And then I have not changed her really since very much, and I was thinking to myself the other day, I need to get some clothes for Sarah, and I need to get some clothes for Grace. And then this morning I just spied the suitcase over in the corner, and I thought, oh, what's the matter with me? She's got clothes in there. So I'm such a numpty. And then I got the suitcase out and I looked in there, and she's got about 10 changes of baby grow. So I thought, oh, silly me, she's fine. I can change her once a week for about 10 weeks. So she's absolutely fine. She doesn't need anything for the minute, because I was thinking, oh, she's so little. She hasn't got very much, but she has. She's got plenty. So I'm going to move... I'm still trying to say Scarlet. I'm going to move Dakota, and little Peanut is laying there on the end of the bed just waiting for his turn. So I'll just swap those two over. So I'll just move you, oh, sweetie, and put you up out the way. There you go. And then we'll bring in little Owen Roy, who I love to call Peanut. None of the other babies have got a nickname, only him. Right, let's see what you can see. Oh, there he is, a little bit out of the way, look. There you go. Let's move up a little bit, or move him down a little bit maybe. That might be better, mightn't it? Yeah, there he is. He's wearing an outfit that I bought for Reuben a long time ago when I first had him. It's a neutral outfit because he was a girl then, he was Alice May then. And it is a little bit big on Peanut, but I just thought that looks cute. I just thought I'd try it today. I haven't tried it on him before. And I just love it. Here's his hat, look. It does actually fit around his head. It's not big on his head, but because it's velour, it's so wide fitting. He looks like he's got a little turban on or something, like a little Russian, you know, those fur hats or something like that. He looks really cute. So it's an ivory two-piece set. It's got a knot in the why do I want to say bonnet? A knot in the little hat and a fold back hem. And then he's got the baby grow, which does up in a funny way. It does down there, and then you have to follow these around. And I always think that they do match, but see, there's one there and there's not one there, and there never was. So maybe, because I got this off Children's Outlet, and it was, they sell reduced price designer clothes. So maybe it was a second, and that's why it's like that. So every time you go to do it up, it gets slightly confusing. So the best thing I do is I do the buttons, and then I do the centre one, and then I work down each side. But look, his feet are right down there. It's big on him, it's lovely. But it's lovely and soft. And on the front, it's got all sorts on there. It's got, I don't know what that says. It's in French. It looks like Mignon et David or something. I don't know what it is. And then Petit Lopin, which I should imagine is a little rabbit, because you get lop-eared rabbits, don't you? So I should imagine that's rabbit. And it's made by Coco. And then you've got this lovely appliqued gingham and ivory bunny with a little button on his tummy, look. And look at his little face. It's really cute, the little arms. It's quite 3D, look. And then these are just a little bit sewn on for decoration. So he looks really sweet, doesn't he? I hope you're all having a good weekend. As you can see by the light change, and it's we've got a low sun today, and it's quite a nice day. I spent all day yesterday working on my Corvin sculpt, and he's coming along nicely. And I'm going to do some more. Did some this morning as well, an hour or so, and I'm going to do some more in a little while when I finish this and uploaded it and everything. And it's a nice sculpt actually. The vinyl is lovely. It's lovely to paint. So I'm got to wait for his eyes to come in, and I've got to wait for the weighting stuff. You know, I need the some poly pellets and some I've got fibre, but I need some poly pellets and some ground glass, because I've got to add some more weight to Dakota as well. She's only got a little bit of weight in her at the moment, and it feels really strange because without the weight they feel more dolly. You know, because she feels quite light, she feels more dolly at the moment. So I'll be glad when that comes in and get her sorted properly as well. And yeah, so that's little Owen Roy, little Peanut. He's quite happy laying there, look. He feels quite snuggly actually when you pick him up. It feels really nice. So I'll go and I'll just grab Scarlet and swap them over, and then we can see how, when I've done this video, we can see how swapping them over as much as possible rather than stopping and starting works. I mean, I don't mind either way. I just want you to enjoy the video. But I just thought that, you know, it doesn't hurt to try these things out, does it? So if I put him a bit further up the bed, and then we can make a line coming down the bed out of the way, and then I don't get confused who I've put on and who I haven't then. And then here we got Scarlet. There she is. Thought I'd dress her a bit more bright today. I should have put, I realised it afterwards, I should have put a pink vest underneath the V-neck, and then the white vest wouldn't show there, and I might change that in a little while because she does look cute. It might be another case of leaving them in these outfits today, because I purposely picked things that I wanted to change them into. You know, more that way than that I was happy to leave them in for a few days rather than be changing them for a theme. So I would have done that twice this week now, so I've broken all records. I've never done that before. So there she is, looking cute, and she's all decked out in next clothes. The oh, excuse me, the hat I bought along with a set. It's not part of a set, but I bought it to go with a set that she wore to the dolls show last year in September. I loved that. That was amazing. And that's from Next. I think it was £4. And it's so worth it for £4. It's such a cute hat. And then the baby grow she's wearing, I got off Next clearance, and it's from a pack of 3. And the other one with it was, 2 with it were, one was red with like ditzy type flowers all over it. It's like scattered all over it. And you might have seen it on the video, on my videos, because when I video it, it comes up really bright red, really stands out. And then the other one had a white background and all sort of Scandi design animals on it. And I got the 3 of them for about £6 or £8 on clearance. They do come in for those sort of prices, but you've got to grab them quick, because they come in and they flash back out again. So it's always worth going down the Next clearance and just browsing, you know, on and off, and try and grab things. But a lot of it comes up as out of stock once you actually put it in your basket. Unless it's anything in emergency, I don't actually mind, as long as they tell me, waiting for a few weeks, because it's worth it to get the bargains, isn't it, and save some money. You know, everyone's on a tight budget these days, the way things are going. So, and it's not just the UK, is it? It's worldwide. Everybody's watching their pennies. So I try and grab the bargains when I can get them. And then if there's a lull for a while and I can't find any, or money's tight, then I'm quite happy to leave it and you know, pick up some more next time I spot some. And the other thing I do is every time I bring clothes in, I have a sort through and see what I can let go of, and then I give that to charity, so that you know, it just keeps it all going around, passing around. And you know, because they don't hardly wear anything, do they? But you get some things that you know, you change what you buy, you get fed up with some things after a while. They never grow out of anything, they never wear out anything. It might get damaged in a wash, or you might accidentally I don't know, catch it with a pen, just for an example, or something like that. But it's never going to wear out, is it? You just change them time after time. So I go through and I keep putting stuff out for charity all the time. The same as I do with our clothes, and because you only need so many clothes, don't you? Regardless of what anybody says, really, if you think about it, you only need, you know, enough clothes so you can change and wash and be tidy, and, you know, have your things for going out, and so you look nice. But you don't need to hoard them all. You know, you can go through and get rid of things and pass them around. So I always think that's a really good thing to do. So I'm quite into that. So I'm gonna take Scarlet off now, and there we go. And plonk her up here with you. I'm forming a nice little queue now. They're looking like 3 little sardines at the top end of the bed. And then I'm going to get hold of Reuben, who felt quite heavy then. Oof, there you go, mate. There you go, perfect. Flashing his vest, look. There we go. It's the way I did it up. I didn't get the poppers quite straight. And he's wearing a white baby grow, and all over it it's got like splodges of paint in yellow, royal blue and navy. I got this off eBay for $3.99, and I don't know whether it was ex High Street or anything like that. I can't remember now, because you know I always look out for those sort of things. But as soon as I bought it, I had to have it because it's such an unusual design, and it looks really nice on him actually, doesn't it? It's the just a combination of colours, I think, and so I thought that some of them have got like Peanut's got like quite a cute traditional outfit on, and so is Dakota with her matinee set. But the others, I thought I'd purposely try and pick something a little bit different today. Grace has got something pretty, and then the others have got like what do you call it, like a brighter design or something different. So we're doing a something different PJ Saturday. There you go. That would be quite cute, wouldn't it? So yeah, he's looking really cute. I don't really know what to talk about today. I'm enjoying doing my Coven sculpt. I really enjoyed Theme Thursday this week. That was great. and that's been it really. I've not really done an awful lot this week. Had physio on Monday, and I've been feeling ill all week ever since. Really painful back, and just feel totally washed out, tired, really bad fatigue, and it's like as if she started a flare. So I don't know. See how it goes. I'm supposed to be doing the exercises she gave me every day, but I haven't been able to do them. She's like, "Oh, still do them, even if it hurts," and I'm like, "You are kidding me. That ain't happening this week. I might try Monday." But it ain't happening. I'll have to do some, unless she'll know when I go back in 3 weeks or 4 weeks that I haven't been doing them. But no, it ain't happening today. So that's my little whine for the day, my little let off steam. Oh, it's just surprising, isn't it? And I've had other people say as well that they go to physio and it's supposed to be to help you, but it makes them ill afterwards. It takes like a week to get over it. And the lollipop man at Evie and Michael's school, he asked me about physio, and he said, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to start physio soon, another course." And he said, "Oh good," because he sees me limping up, to get the kids. And then he said, "I'm going to physio." He said, "I went to physio," and he said, "Now I go to physio for the shoulder problem that I developed from going to physio." So I'm thinking, oh, I know physio is really good because, I've seen really honestly miraculous results with my granddaughter Evie, who has really severe hypermobility, and she also has scoliosis, and her neck is bent. There's a name for that as well, isn't it? And when she was tiny, she was quite bent like an S, when she was a tiny baby, and her neck was bent over to one side. She couldn't lift her head up from one side, and one side of her neck, the muscles didn't develop, and so it was all in on one side, and poor little thing. And she went to physio, and she had quite intense physio, and her mum was really good. My daughter-in-law, Romilly, she did her physio with her every day, and she managed to stick it out even when the baby, was crying because she didn't like it and this sort of thing. I mean, obviously she's not going to be mean to her, but she stuck it out, and now you wouldn't notice it. She's fine. She'll never get rid of the hypermobility, but they didn't think she'd walk because her hypermobility is so severe. They thought that they were like, "Oh well, if she doesn't walk by the time she's 2, we'll give her a walking frame," and that's what they thought. But with the work that everyone's put in with her, she is walking. She does suffer from fatigue, which is so sad to see in a 4-year-old. She does suffer from fatigue, and sometimes I'll pick her up from school and she'll say, "Oh Nanny, my feet are really hurting," and I think, oh bless her. So she does struggle, and it must be hard, because she doesn't know any different. So I don't know how it is. She doesn't know any different, but obviously she's suffering, so it's not nice. But so I understand that it works that way, and I understand rehabilitation after car crashes and things like that, keep things moving and all that kind of thing. But it just seems that if you've got like an arthritis type thing, it just seems to aggravate it more than help it. How it works out in the long run, I don't know, because I've had hydrotherapy before. There was always used to be hydrotherapy, go to hydrotherapy. And then they're like, "Oh, well, we can only do so many exercises with you because we can't do this one for your ankles, and we can't do that one, whatever it was, because that will aggravate your hypermobility and it can damage your joints more." So it's not a thing, does anybody know, do they actually train to deal with things like arthritis, or is it more based on rehabilitation and sports injuries? Is it that kind of a thing, and then they just use it on us, hoping that it's going to make us better? I don't mind doing it. If it's going to make me better, if it's, going to do this at the start, and then if I keep doing it over time, it will make me better, I'm quite happy. She's on about strengthening my inner core so it supports my back and this sort of thing. And I'm just thinking, oh my God, yeah, but I don't want to be ill or be more ill because I'm trying to do it. So I don't know what to do. But I will do the exercises. I will try and stick it out, and in the hope that in the future it does make me better, because I'm not gonna look at things and say, "Oh no, I'm not doing that," and then just fob it off. That old-fashioned thing of, "Oh well, just get on with it," or what you think, and they like. I had parents who say things like, they wouldn't say, "Oh, that's a new thing, I'll try that. That might be really good," or this, whatever it was. they'll just say, oh, they change their mind every 5 minutes, and just carry on the way they were. You know, they never can make up their mind. And I used to say, well, no, it's new discoveries, isn't it? Technology moving on, and they're discovering new things all the time. Oh, no. And they just were just stuck in that thing, you know, and they would never, like the attitude of smoking was, both my parents when I was a child used to smoke 60 a day. So we had to breathe that all in all the time, and I'm asthmatic as well. So I used to go to bed every night wheezing, and you know, trying to open your window, and then Mum would come and shut the window, because I don't know if you've noticed it with smokers, they like windows that are shut. I don't know what it is, they don't like fresh air, or they always like, oh, it's cold, or you'll make the heating cost more because you'll trigger the thermostat. And Mum used to come and shut the window, you know, and then you'd be, oh my God, because she could feel the draft. And even in, you know, like May, she'd have her central heating on. And like, you know, you might not want all the windows blazing open and all the rest of it, but it might be nice to have some fresh air. And they used to say, oh, well, you know, oh, you've got to die of something. And then they'd cite my great-grandfather, who was constantly chain smoking, permanently had a cigarette in his mouth. If he wasn't smoking it, he was just burning away. And he didn't die until his 70s, and he didn't die from smoking related. And they'd go on like that, so you don't say anything. And then what happened? They both died of smoking related diseases. Mum from cancer, and Dad from his heart. And it was, and my dad couldn't even stop smoking to so he could have his heart bypass and save him. So he died at 43, and then Mum went on, but she'd already sowed the seeds because she had thoracic cancer, no, esophageal cancer, sorry. And then that sits there. They said that can sit there from in your mid-50s, which was when she gave up smoking actually. And then it sort of sits there and it brews away, and then all of a sudden it you know, develops really fast. It's very aggressive. So she was like 6 weeks from diagnosis till she passed away. So that was a shock, because you don't have time to think about it, do you? By the time you've taken it on board, she's gone. So, you know, so I don't know anyone that has passed from things. There's only one that didn't smoke. You know, my mum had cancer, and so she, one of 5 siblings. They've all had cancer. Except for one actually, died of something else, but he was suffering from cancer related, smoking related things. And then my nan had breast cancer, so she never smoked in her life. But then, you know, the others did, and you know, when you lose people along the way, you realise that like so many of them smoked, and you just wonder if it triggers lots of other things as well, you know, different cancers and illnesses. So it's a bit morbid conversation, isn't it? But it does make you wonder. So right, moving on to something a bit more jovial. On a Saturday, it's awful when you get caught on a tangent, isn't it? Because you start thinking of things, and then you start chatting, because I just chat away. I don't have no script or any idea or any rough idea what I'm doing, like it's PJ Saturday or it's a theme day or whatever. So I hope I don't sound too far away. So I get Tristan up now. Goodness, they all feel heavy today. Oops. And there he goes. And I've forgotten his little comforter, but never mind. Oh, look, perfect spot. I'm well practiced, aren't I? Look at that. And he's wearing a grey hat that I knitted for him. It's in a lovely soft cotton sort of double knit yarn. I washed it actually. I was washing some things and I chucked it in. I don't really even know why. Oh, I know, one of the kids had got something on there. They touch his head, gently do, oh, he's lovely, stroke his head, pat his head, and then get chocolate on it. So I washed it, and it's gone a bit soft and fluffy since, but so I need to make him another one, but it's fine and it's cute. And then he's wearing, looking through my phone, it looks more blue, like a petrol blue, but it is actually green. It's a green, I don't know how to explain the green, but it's a green baby grow, fastens on the side. It's from Next, and it's got an orange and yellow appliqué lion on the front, which is really good. But he does look like a tiger laying on chips, doesn't he? Don't you think so? Look, because he's orange, like he could be a tiger, couldn't he? Sort of, you know, loosely. Artistic vent. Or is it bent? I don't know. But he always reminds me, when I have time to look at it, I think a tiger laying on chips. So Oh, in America that's fries, I think. So it's chips over here. So like, that's what I think he looks like, a tiger laying on chips. So that's him. So oh, look at him laying there, bless him. I'll just move him off, and then I'll get little girl. Oh, let's get you. I think I'll sit you up on there with Tristan, and I'll get a little quarter blanket on the bed then. Put her up. That's how I picked her up out of her pram. Didn't she look lovely? She was all like wrapped up sort of like that, all snuggled. Let's open her up. There you go. Like a perfect little gorgeous little present, isn't she? Absolutely lovely. I might leave that white hat on actually. I did bring a knitted one in that I'd made for her. I'd forgotten she had that white one on. Oh. I had brought in this white one, which is made out of the same sort of cotton yarn that Tristan's wearing with his hat, because it's nice and soft. And then she's wearing this little baby grow. It's a side fastening one, and it's from F&F at Tesco, and their tiny baby does fit her beautifully. Their tiny baby is tiny baby, if you see what I mean, whereas Georgia Asda is more like a newborn. So I'm reluctant to get anything tiny baby now, because you don't know whether it's going to come in tiny baby or come in newborn size from Asda. So I'll just stick to Tesco's for her outfits, I think. Or else, if it does come in a bit big, wash it and tumble dry it, and if it's a baby grow, because I should make it smaller. But around the edge, she's got this gorgeous rose pink cotton embroidered picot edging, or like a little scallopy edging. Actually, it's lovely. And then she's got different colour alternating poppers down the side, pink and dark pink. And then on the front she's got I love my mummy and mummy loves me. And then green and pink polka dots in the background. It's really sweet, isn't it? So I'll just move her down a little bit, and then I'll look and see what you can see. Oh, too far. There we go. Just needed to move her a bit closer to me so I can reach her. And then I'm going to change her into this baby grow. There, can you see it? It's got a white background. Oh, I could have used this at Christmas, because look, it's got little sort of, can you see that? Like a Christmas tree sort of trees on there. And I think it'd be nice for Easter as well, because it's got the circles, which I know they're not egg shaped, but it reminds you of that, doesn't it? And then they've got little bunnies, little plants. And then that's got that lovely edging as well. And then the wording in some of the little bubbly says little rabbit. And then if you turn the scratch mittens on the end over, they're that lovely contrast look. Isn't that nice? I really like this. I like the flowers on there. It's really nice, isn't it? So I just popped this on her. Yeah, so my Corvin scalp came. My PayPal claim was due to end on that day, actually, that it arrived, and they're so desperate not to pay me my refund that I asked for, that they actually sent out the kit. They actually sent out the kit right at the very last minute, just as the claim was coming to an end, which was over a week. And they sent it out, and it had no certificate of authenticity in it. So I wasn't sure what to do at first, and then I looked at it and I thought, but I really like the kit. Now I've seen it, whereas before I was thinking I wouldn't like him when he came, because the whole business with it would put me off. But once I saw him, it was like, oh my goodness, even though he's open-eyed, which isn't my first kit I go for, he's lovely. I really like him. So he's number 260 out of 750, because yesterday, I think it was, a certificate arrived separately. So there's all sorts of shenanigans going on. So I've left the money in PayPal now, because I'm assuming that once the thing is sorted and ended, then it just goes back to them. Now I'm keeping it. Sorry, I picked her up automatically then. Oh, I knew I was going to have trouble with that arm, and I just picked her up automatically and just did it as best I could. Look at you, Mum's struggling this morning, isn't she? Oh, I'm sorry, I made a right hash of that. It's hurting me to bend over. There. Oh, right, this one does it slightly differently as well, which is really cute actually. You do that one, and then you do that one. I hope you're seeing all this. Just, isn't it? Just. And then this is like a separate flap at the front. I really like that. That's just different, isn't it? It's nice to see different designs, because I'm into baby clothes and clothing and sewing and that kind of thing. Oh, I just have to stand up a minute. It's really, you know, these little details I really enjoy. I enjoy the small details in things. Just put you up there. But I love this baby. She just turned out so well. I wish I could paint like that every single time. Because I don't remember what I did. Because I just you know, do it as you go along type thing and work it out as you go along. And I've got obviously different mixes and different things that I use all the time. But I made this one and I just really chuffed with it. I just love the painting. She's gorgeous. You know, I am so lucky with my collection. I've spent all last year, or the last 18 months building up and making the babies and building up my collection to what it is now. And I just feel so lucky. You know, it can get a bit overwhelming on times because you've got to find stuff, new places to put things, haven't you, and that kind of thing. But then that's another thing to keep you occupied, isn't it? That'll give you something to do, won't it? Keeping them all, their things all put away and finding spaces for things and, you know, that kind of thing. So that will make, when my Corvin's done, he'll be called Ethan Henry. I'm going to call him Ethan Henry. It's a boy's name I've had in mind for a while. Do you do that? Do you have certain names that you like and then you wait till the baby comes along and you think, this name or that name that I've had in mind for a long time will suit him? And I've had that name in mind for, must be about 5 years now, because it's a long time. And yeah, so, and sometimes I surprise myself. I have a baby and I don't know what name to pick for it, so then I look on the baby names online and then something will come up. But then other times the name just comes to mind, like Owen Roy just came into my mind. Scarlett, I wanted a Scarlett. Ruby, I want a Ruby at some point this year. I think it might be going to be the Lulu after all, because I don't know, it's just, I've been looking at lots of other kits for a girl to change from that one, because I wasn't sure about the legs, and also the way it was sold as well, like to make money and all the rest of it. I didn't really like that idea. But now I've been looking around, I just can't find one that I want instead of it. This like calling to me, you know, that I want. So I'm going to save up and get that one. So probably I'll get that one in the spring now. And then that'll be it then, because then that's going to be, it's hard to count off the top of your head when you put on the spot, isn't it? But it must be 12 or 13 they'll be then, and that's plenty enough, isn't it, for anyone? Especially as I'm not going to be like downsizing or anything like that. You know, I want to keep them. So now I feel like I've got a lovely collection, and I feel like I'm very lucky. And I just want to share it with everybody now, and you know, enjoy the babies myself. Obviously, that's paramount. But and enjoy the hobby, sharing with you know, with you, all my friends and everything online as well. So you know, that's really sort of, I found my spot now. So it's you know, my YouTube is really important to me. It's my way of communicating and sharing the hobby. It's you know, how I keep in touch with friends and say hi to the outside world, basically. So that's it. So I'm going to leave it there because it's ever so long again, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. I'm going to go back to my painting. I'm going to upload this as well, obviously, but I'm going to go back to my painting, and then hopefully later in the week he'll be ready, and I'll bring him on and show you. And that's it then. So I hope you're all well. Have a great weekend. I don't know if I'll be back on tomorrow. I may do. It just depends what the lighting's like and what I'm doing and feeling like. But take care for now, everyone. Be good to yourselves and to each other. Bye for now. Bye.